Can't the future just wait? Can't the deadlines come fashionably late? I could push every goal back, take control back if they'd roll back the rate at which time starts to fly. Never landing or standing by, never taking a break, ever making me retry. We nickel and dime every quarter to two. But maybe it's time to let time pass through. If the future is bright, it doesn't shine with that end of the tunnel light, more like a deer in the headlights. Sudden red lights or your dead lights as the anglerfish bite. It's not fair. The past is clear, but it's clear back there. What's ahead no one knows, but it's closing in, we swear. Still not in my prime, I have so much to do. But maybe it's time to let time pass through. I can't just rewrite decisions when life gets strange. Should I go with my gut on which door I should shut? I'm unsure, I'd keep exploring this rut. But what good is time without change? Move on, 'cause things never last. Just move on, 'cause it goes too fast and the past has passed. So move on, no one likes an ending. So what's with the attention we keep on giving them? Why are we still spending so much time dreading our lives instead of living them? Why do we try to divert the river when the water is what will deliver us where we need to go? We may never know why. Time is always in.
Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to the Cafe d'Arcadia. Last night, I beat Xiao off stream. Oops. So I was able to crack the code with a little bit of RNG in my favor. So I'm redoing it on stream for y'all, so you can see the fucking tactic. And it doesn't matter if I lost. I already beat the bitch. So, goal is to use Banana's floor with myself, Maxwell, Ashley, and Basil. And we just kind of DPS her down with a mixture of statuses and good clashes. Followed up by taking Gebura's team in for smart clashes against the actual ego form. Yes, I'm calling it the Library of Goddamn Xiao. Because this bitch has been stopping me for 2 fucking months now. So we're just going to fade out the background music and actually put on the game's music. Woo! 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 Also, since we really haven't seen Banana's floor or heard her battle music, this is what it looks and sounds like. It is pretty as fuck.
Yeah, I should not have taken steps in that.
I warned you, honey. Hey, Spirit Chaser. So, main thing is to smartly take out Mirrors first. Mirrors, surprisingly, is the problem child here. So, the goal is get his clashes taken care of, and then defend myself against Xiao at this point. While simultaneously trying to make sure that I don't lose any I minimize the clash losses that I deal with. And then any extra damage I do has to go to Mirrors. And so Banana's fairy ability is kind of OP, I'm going to be honest. Because the way it works is that every time they roll a dice at all, it triggers that DPS, that loss of health. Let's see. Cast some degraded pillar and another degraded fairy. I think we can cast unlock there, but however, I need to try to defensively block there. Or I think Field Mods is the wrong option, and Flaming Dragon Fist is a... You don't have any good clashing cards at the moment, my friend, but... Let's see. I have 4s. Hold on. What are your numbers at? Because you're hiding behind Xiao's like status bar. Can I intercept that one? No. So it has to be higher than 4. That is unfortunate. There we go. Repressed flush there. Followed by a smoking pipe against that to get the extra light. Oh, it's a 6. There we go. I was using a gun, yes. Yes, but sometimes it flips around because of how the enemy are how we approach. Small flutters. Let's see. Who has the most evasion in their kit? That would honestly be Ashley at this point. Okay, degraded shockwave. That should work. Followed by degraded fairy versus inner artwork there. Cast reload against that. And then multi-slash for singleton damage. D-drag. Well, field mods versus that there. And somber versus that. Like I said, I really like how I really like the soundtrack for Banah's Floor. Oh, come on. There's one stagger. The primary purpose of this floor is to get us to second phase. Anyways. And honestly, I think I'm probably going to lose, I'm going to lose somebody. Because of Xiao right there. Yep. And see, this is one of the reasons why this fight is just so hard, is because you have a lot of very high power attacks. See? And there's no real good way to stop them. Especially because, like, you have to get the staggers. The really good RNG and good staggers. And Miris is almost dead, but... Like, this was a bad run. Like, this is a bad run. See? I think the only trade-off about losing this early is that I get to build up some emotion level for Yabura. Like, I think that's really the only trade-off here. And see, now she retreats for the first floor. Turns into super psycho version of herself.
혼자여도 밤은 찾아온다.
So now, what I have learned for fighting this form is this card right here, Reverse Scale. If I do it on the turns that have Nullify Power, she gets the strength boost. If I do it when she doesn't have this ability active, her strength boost on the following turn is pointless. So this card I can't clash against. So it's really important that I try to make sure that whenever I do these card clashes, to bully her. That whoever she's targeting with Reverse Scale doesn't have a counter card on their list. Shift over to Guarding Stance. Go into Overcharge. Versus that one. Now if we can eat through her counters. Yes, left. Nice. Oh wow. So now we got her inflicted with a whole bunch of smoke. Huh?
Whenever you do anything to show me,
Soon. Okay. So now she only got a little bit of strength up. But now I need to find the reverse scale card and figure out who she's targeting. Because if it's Gebura, I need to make sure I win that clash. And then just definitely try to push my advantages where I can. Let's see. What else isn't clashing yet? Cool. That into energy conversion. So it still remains targeting Gebura. There we go. And then push. And this gives us 70 damage versus her stagger, which helpfully pushes us over the edge to let's see. Give that. And now she's nullified the power boosts, and that means her own +5 strength doesn't work. Which means I need to try to clash this as hard as possible. Which die is it going after here? Somber. Overcharge. Oh no, you're not going after the reverse scale this turn. Bless you. I'd still say it anyways, I know, guys. Let's see if I can get this. No staggers from that. Awesome. Oh, I was... Yeah. Give Rattled Welts to Gebura because we want her to be able to do shenanigans. And then Cobalt Scar. And now, because I have Cobalt Scar, I want to turn to Slashing Stance with Purple Tear. I'm gonna use Class Respect to gain a whole bunch of life. That 15 to 28 is going to be clashed by Gabura, followed by a Manifest Ego. Upstanding Slash versus Fervid Emotions. And a Spear here. Is everything clashing? Yes. And then we just go to bully her. Don't mind me, I'm vibing. Vibes Iron Lotus. Yeah, not a problem. Oh god, I'm about to lose Gabura. Fuck. That's not good. Well, I literally lost this. This is the turn I lost. Well, Batman, this is where we die, exactly. So I'll just hit P. Go for Cobalt Scar. And Disposal. We just staggered Xiao right at the end and left her on 24 HP. That's... Technically, I'm going to call that a win. I'm going to call that a win if not for the bad RNG with the Banaz phase. Right? So, problem is I still actually have to beat her. I'd still have to actually beat her because... I burned all my books of Xiao. However, there is a something slightly good about this. I have Xiao's page. So, I don't have to worry about farming her books or necessarily her cards too much. I just have to worry about beating her one more time. That's it. So if we can get some good RNG on this first phase and get Banaz 4 into the Iron Lotus fight, then we're in good form. which is why it's kind of important to get Fairy on Mirrus early. And it's one of the reasons why Degraded Pillar is kind of a busted card, despite its cost. Hey, Lumi. Mirrus has a chance of killing himself this turn. Because he's at 11 Fairy. Yep, there goes Mirrus. And now everything can focus on Xiao. And that's fine if we lose one person. As long as we don't lose anybody else the rest of this phase, we can walk into phase 2 with ease. So you're doing it there, so... take as many shots as I can. Can't quite cast Castigation yet. Do Degraded Chain. We'll do deep drag against that. Prescripts. Smoking pipe. And unlock her through. I would have beaten Xiao if not for bad RNG in this phase last time. But we're gonna do it this time because we're having really good RNG right now. Yep, there we go. We're rocking into phase 2 with the first floor, which is what we want.
비록 혼자여도 밤은 찾아온다.
Here we go. Round 2. So, like I said, we cannot clash against reverse scale. However, everything else is free game. I have no counter dice, right? Nope. Good. Yes, love. Yeah?
Seems like it's a forbidden pool.
Oh, jeez. You know, that's fair. As long as Banah doesn't die, we're good. Because that means she's more powerful this turn, too. Let's see. So we'll Degraded Fairy versus that one. We will... We'll clash against Reverse Scale there. We'll do Degraded Lock there. We'll use Field Mods here. And... Cool. Identify Weak Point is also a really good one to clash against. Okay, Focus Fire. Exhale Smoke. Smoke Brick. Smoking Pipe. And go. We're gonna lose Banah this turn, but this is fine. The point was to lower her stamina as much as possible this phase. Yep, there's Yazi. What is the other one Yazi's going after? Yeah, it's the 6. Got it. Yeah, we're not clashing against reverse scale again if we can help it this turn. And Genie is right there. Jeez. This is gonna be a painful turn. Hey, Anko. How's it going? And now Basil. You just need a good card to clash against for Castigate. Reduce the power of all opponents' dice clashing against this card by 12. Yep. Just finished Watchdog drawing that's been giving me a headache. Not because of him for once. I just hate drawing the background. That's fair. Unlocker 3. And Will of Prescripts. Meanwhile, let's see. Let's see. We can Focus Fire versus Genie. And then go for reload against... We'll go reload against Emotional Turbulence. And hopefully that gets us going. Well, there goes me. And that's going to be the end of this phase, but we got her down to 209 stamina. Which is how we set up to beat her. And now... with some smart counters... Where is she sending reverse scale? Reverse scale is going after purple tier buddy over here. Got it. Which means Upstanding Slash and Focus Spirit with a Golden Opportunity and a Quick Suppression and a series of Smoke Blows should work wonderfully. Just as long as I don't clash against the reverse scale at this phase. Thank you for the vibe check, Lemmy. I actually can't attack with purple tier this phase. I gotta let purple tier just eat it. Alrighty. overcharge. Into leap. Let's see. We'll take spear. And spear. Followed by bulky impact here. And concentration here. With an extract fuel. Actually, no. We'll do... Yeah, no. We'll have to extract fuel here. Frontal assault here. We'll do that. And that should be a good opener for this next turn. She's down to 93. If we could just get a good stagger on her with everybody, that would be the best option that we got. Okay, 26. Cool. Prey. Okay, so now she's doing Yazi. So, upstanding slash versus it. There we go. Overcharge versus it. Smoke prick. Switching thorn versus that. Upstanding slash. Smoke prick. Let's see. There's Genie there, but I can't do. I need to counter Genie. That one needs to be countered here. There we go. And go. We're right on the cusp of it. Actually, I should have clashed against reverse scale. I'm thinking now that I think about it. Because of how our lower stamina is. But it doesn't matter, as long as I can deal a ton of damage this turn. What is she weak to? Well, she technically could take anything. Change the slashing stance. Violet blade. Spear. Upstanding. Onrush. Disposal. I hope I can do this. Actually, no. Instead of onrush, great split vertical. Yabura, finish, dispose of him. Book of Xiao attained. Curtain call. Okay, that's 4 books of Xiao. So now, let's go read the story for Xiao. Okay. So, in the end, Xiao has become a book. We can finally go to the next stage. Think about that. We can finally move on to the next stage of the game. She didn't break down like the other kid with the power did, at least. I was actually amazed by how unswerving her determination could be. Lost deep in thought again? What is it this time? I've been thinking about the distinctions between ego and the distortion after watching Philip and Xiao. The two were similar, yet different. They clearly had some things in common, but the contrast was apparent as well. Really? Tell me your thoughts then. I think there is something that can restrain one from reaching the point of the distortion. They both had highly unstable emotions, enough to touch the threshold of manifesting ego or distortion, and those emotions had a similar nature. Egoism. As in the mindset of only caring about your own interest? That's it. The two interpreted that same selfishness in disparate ways, though. Because of that selfish mind had the potential to change the self, the two were able to take a form resembling ego, albeit incompletely. Philip's mindset was flawed even in his awakening, however. He still had distrust in the back of his mind. I think Xiao had the same problem, too. She didn't look like she had full conviction at the start. It took some time for her to make up her mind. That's where the two differ. As far as I can see, it had something to do with the voices only they could hear, I believe. The voices, huh? Indeed. Philip's mind was in such a vulnerable state, even Oswald's words could crack him. I don't know what the disembodied voice Pluto told Philip to pay close attention to said, or the voice really was the last straw that broke him. But I could speculate a little based on what we saw of Xiao. She didn't give in to the voice whispering to her. Instead, her will solidified further. And she managed to fully manifest her own ego. Right. She was able to resist the voice's snare. I wonder why she could. It might be what she said when she first came here. The precious things and whatever. All the things that motivate humans to live, to be precise. I guess it's not something that can be pinned down to one specific element. Each person cherishes different things. Maybe ego is the thing that keeps one from crossing the line of distortion. It's like walking a tightrope at all times. One wrong step, and you crash to the ground. I suppose you're right, Roland. It's weird, though. It can't be possible to make any change with just willpower in this world. It's not how the city works. Maybe the world is about to change then. It's not as simple as that. If this power really has the potential to shift the ecology of the city, the head could take action at any time. Even if the head does intervene, it won't make a difference. We'll simply greet them as guests, like any other. Ah, yeah, right. We're gonna have to fight arbiters and claws and shit, aren't we? So, this then led to the next chapter's main story. Which led to the end of the which began our story here with Scene 7, Impuritas Civitatis. And the reason I am living is only because I am looking for what I have lost.
롤랑,
You know what, Roland?
요즘 기분이 매우
I've been feeling ecstatic these days.
잊히고
The
있어.
memories are fading. You mean the harsh memories of working in that awful corporation?
맞아.
Yes. Those cruel times.
보고 싶지도
The things I didn't want to see are becoming faint. The things I didn't want to remember are melting away.
이제 눈을 감아도
When I close my eyes, the moments that come to remembrance are 3 or 4 days ago, not 1 million years in the past.
내 선택을
They are times of my own, claimed through my own choice.
그리고 그 어느
And the flow of time is faster than ever for me.
인간보다
I'm no longer shackled to the fetter of perceiving out the hours 100 times slower than humans do.
날마다
I feel happier with each new day, you know? I've never seen you looking so happy before. What do you think of the city and its people that are breaking down because of the distortion, though?
그건
That I can't quite receive with a smile.
그래도
Still, the despicable man who locked me up for 1 million years would fall to despair if he ever saw what's happening now.
그래.
Yes,
끝없이
he'll endlessly despair.
자신의 멍청한
His idiotic and flawed plan caused more people to wallow in agony.
고통 속에 몸부림치고 있습니다. 곧
He's
대가를
going to pay his
치르게
price in full
머지않아
soon enough. About this revenge you're trying to get, are you gonna bring down the whole city at the end of it?
무너뜨리려면
Bring down? No, I told you my aim before.
전에 말했잖아. 사선은
I will become free along with the librarians.
뿐만 아니라
On top of that, the abnormalities that are wandering inside this library, lacking a physical form, will be able to leave.
도시의 힘 있는
Garnering
자들이
strength by devouring powerful individuals, the abnormalities would roam the city as they like.
그저 풀어줄
That's what my
뿐이야.
plan is.
원하는 걸
I'm
할수
setting them
없도록.
free to do whatever they want.
그리고 그 어떤
And they'll leave a mark deeper than any distortion could on the city.
도시에 새겨질 테지. 이 모든
The
방법은
one absolute and perfect book shall be the guide to teach me how to do it all. You've got the same ideas as the blue sicko out there, huh? The two of you would make wonderful partners in crime.
달라.
You're wrong. There's a world of difference. I've no interest in the beauty that distortions or abnormalities can arouse.
관심 없거든. 아름답고
I simply want them to live as they wish, whether they're beautiful or
그저
unsightly.
원하는 대로 살게 해주고 싶을 뿐이야. 게다가
Besides,
설사
even if the Blue Reverberation's intentions were similar to mine,
그런 놈한테
I would never give away my precious possession to a man like that. So you just want to feel the joy of vengeance, whatever the consequences of your actions might be.
그렇게 해야 하는
That's what I must do. I was forced to witness countless deaths while reciting a script like a promptress.
그 반복
Such
속에서 내가
things
보고 배운 건 이런
Are all I could watch and learn. I have to do what I can do as well.
이런 일밖에
It's the only thing I know how to do.
그리고 이제는
I have to feel joy as I witness the fall of the plan devised with the man I love yet hate.
즐거워하지 않으면 안 돼. 물론
Even though it's not
도시와 인간의
enjoyable to see the city and its people suffer because of me,
그렇지만
I still have to feel happy.
행복해하지 않으면
I'm obliged to.
이날만을
It's what I've been waiting for until now.
이런 일이 아니라면
If I don't do this, I won't be compensated for the million years of lone
그
suffering.
어디에서도 보답받을 수 없는 거야.
Nowhere else would I be repaid.
복수의 마음을 여전해.
I still long for vengeance. However,
됐어.
forget it. I could spend all day thinking it over, but I'd reach the same conclusion regardless.
반드시 단
I'll
한
find the
가지
one book at all
소망을
costs
이루어.
and make my wish come true. If there is a next time, then it might be nice to have someone else to think about it together, rather than just grappling with it alone.
그것도 나쁘지 않겠네.
I suppose that's not a bad idea.
그리고
And then,
전에 말한
as I
대로
previously said,
돌아다니고 싶어.
I want to travel around the world.
분명 재밌을 테지.
It'll certainly be fun.
내가 뭐든지
Once I've laid down all the burdens, of course. Alright, let's give that plan some good thought after we're done with everything. So, this leads us to today. You have a couple options. Now that we finally got past goddamn motherfucking Xiao. Lord Garlic Butter, if you'd like to see how fucked the world is, go play Limbus Company. It tells you exactly how fucked the world is. So, we still need to beat the Blue Star. We need to finish the story of Chesed. And we still need one more book to be able to do the next story of Benaz. So, we're gonna walk into this one right here. The problem is, it requires a book from each of the major bosses. Purple Tear, Distorted Yan, and Xiao. You got clapped in the Chapter 3 dungeon? Yeah, that's fair. Is it because of the boss? Okay. Gotta ask you a question, Garlic Butter. Did you get the signs? Did you get the 3 signs Ego gift? You need 3 of them to win. You literally cannot beat the boss without 3 signs. And you can technically get more than 3 signs. There's more than 3 events to get them. So make sure you do those events. Oh geez, I'm so sorry, Lumi. Yeah, time for you to go grind like mirror dungeons and such, Lord Garlic Butter. That's a hard boss series. So, we're gonna walk into this first fight. I did beat the final boss of Chapter 3. Yes. Mirene, Hana South Section 3 Director. Alrighty. I trust that you've read the report in advance. Hana Association will be officially in full charge of matters regarding the library from now on. To think that the library would become a star of the city and become the Hana's target. Your predictions were right, Director Mirane. Harold, you won't survive here long if you can't figure out this much. Your thoughts must be complicated right now, Oliver. Who could have known that my old friend would be found in the library after going missing? You won't botch your job because of that, right? That's that, and this is the... Oh, you're... Oh, no! You're Roland's friend! It's what he used to say all the time. Good. We have one purpose. To thoroughly examine the relationship between this distortion phenomenon and the library. All conflicts are allowed in the process. The library is a star of the city that shines over us now. There are still many ambiguous points in their connection. Someone's got to observe the causality, and that someone's us. The library continues to grow in strength, devouring pretty much anything and everything that enters. It's so fierce, it could consume our city at this rate. That's why we should figure out how the library functions as well. To start off, let's recap the current circumstances. The southern branch of the Liu Association seems to be reeling from the shock of losing its most prominent fixers to the library. Its voice in the General Assembly will be small for a while. Anubis, your squad's still not going in. Because you don't have full egos yet. That's the problem. You guys don't have your egos yet. Yeah, no. Anubis, you guys on fucking Keter branch still don't have your full you don't have your ego cards. I don't know. The game just doesn't let me have your ego cards yet. Like, the last ego I got for you guys was fucking Pinocchio. Then I suppose the southern branch of the Liu is being extremely passive at the moment, trying to avoid retaliation from the Thumb. Not exactly. The Thumb is suffering from the same problem. They lost their underboss, who was stationed at L-Corp's Nest, as well as a number of competent capos, so it's likely they got knocked out of this strife too. Which means the only sizable threat remaining in L-Corp's Nest is... yes, it's them. When the library unveiled itself as the fog surrounding L-Corp's Nest cleared away, the blue reverberation... no. The reverberation ensemble set up camp around it, preventing anyone else from approaching. And they're generating a concerning number of distortions from there. Who knows what they're up to in that base of theirs. The blue reverberation. Judging by his recent actions, he can no longer be considered a fixer. He's leading a dangerous syndicate, at least on the level of a star of the city. He's gone mad ever since he lost his sister. Not that I can't understand how he must have felt. The pianist left an indelible, twisted mark on the city that day. So, how is the workforce going to be distributed? For starters, us at Section 3 will be focusing on the library. The objective is to retrieve as many books as possible from the library itself, and secure distortions from the nest. And I'd like you to send off an official request to all Grade 1 offices for chasing down the blue reverberation. Sections 1 and 2 have other things to do, I assume? You said Section 1 was dealing with the blue reverb, and Section 2 was at after the 8 chefs, right? You've got it. Furthermore, I've received news that Section 1 was annihilated while pursuing the Blue Reverberation. They had dispatched the Vermilion Cross, a color, to join the operation too. Speaking of, Vermilion Cross is a mod, so I may pick that up later and do some modded invitations, depending on what people, if you guys are still interested. That can't be. All of them are gone? I can't fathom the strength the Blue Reverberation has. In Section 2 sent a report saying that 8 chefs have already disbanded. 7 of the chefs were found cooked when they arrived at the site, to be exact. The chefs were all mutilated badly. It's nigh impossible to recognize them. What about the last one? Gone missing. Did they betray their peers and cook them? That probably isn't the case. While what happens appears to be something the HFs would do, their favorite type of table service was full-course meals, not a buffet. Based on this evidence, which suggests interference from outside, the Association HQ is considering to make an official announcement that the star has fallen. The prime question would be who's behind the dissolution of the 8 chefs. Could it be? Indeed. Section 2 speculates the Reverberation Ensemble might be the culprit. The Blue Reverb might be plotting schemes beyond the Association's assumptions. Multiple incidents of abnormal scale are happening across the southern quarter of the city. There have been worse events in the past, but the frequency and convolution of the situation is unprecedented. Every association in this is in a state of emergency, including ours. According to the 7 Association, southern branches of the Trades Association and Cinque Association also suffered losses of important members due to distortions. Over there, the Blood Red Knight and Lure de Loup must have been responsible for those. Both of which have risen in threat level significantly, not to mention the Puppeteer. Moreover, yesterday's promise is apparently capable of teleportation with such ease that it puts W Corp's singularity to shame. None of those powers are an individual should be allowed to possess. The distortion is defying what the city had stood for until now. It's changing the atmosphere of the city. Is the head doing nothing about it despite that? He's been eerily quiet, or rather, our higher-ups could be intentionally withholding information on the head's activity. Director Mirine, is it possible we might take our hands off the library depending on the circumstances? No. We've been ordered to go to the library, in fact. In order to control the situation, we need unambiguous information about the powers of the library and its intentions. We have Section 4 to help us place lockdown on Nest L. We can't let the distortions created by Reverberation Ensemble leave the area. Did the powers that be determine that us Section 3 should be enough to take care of the library? If it doesn't work out, then that's the end of the line for us. It also means there's nothing more we can do about it. And if that happens, the library will mark its presence on the sky next to the other stars as one of the freest beings of the city. And while the Everyman is working overnight, restrained to the office desk. Anyway, get ready to move, everyone. Director, can we talk for a moment after the meeting is over? To become the freest being in the city. It's not quite sinking in. Hey, Dragon King. Looks like your goal is almost within reach. That's right. I'm almost there. It makes it feel even less real. We've been through so many things. And now the Hana Association's coming here. You said the Hana Association is the largest among the Fixer Associations, right? Yep. Like I said some time ago, the Hana Association is the institution that grants permits to offices and grade fixers. They also adjust the threat levels of incidents in real time and let everyone know. And the Hana Association sometimes takes matters into its own hands to strike down the stars of the city, just like now. You'll be seeing them often, since they'll keep sending people here as long as we're a star of the city in all likelihood. Strange. What is?
별거 아니야.
Nothing.
큰 손님
We have important guests to greet, so just make sure to be prepared.
환영합니다, 손님.
Greetings, dear guests.
그거 알아?
Did you know?
이제 엘사
The library is visible from anywhere in L Corp's nest now.
무슨 말씀이죠?
What do you mean? The mist that protects the library is almost gone. Which means it'll become possible to demolish the whole library from the outside soon.
그러니 여러
So you better start making backup plans.
자,
Here,
알았어.
let's shake hands.
난 하나협회
I'm Mirane,
상가 부장
Director of Section 3 of the
미리나.
Hana Association, Southern Branch.
손님과 악수.
This is my first time shaking hands with a guest.
도시의 별이라는
You've become a star of the city,
앞으로 하나협회와
which means you'll be seeing our association frequently from now on.
너무 싱겁게
Please don't fall too easily for us now.
다들
Go ahead and shake our hand, everyone. I'm Harold, fixer from Section 3 of Hana Association's Southern Branch. Oliver, fixer from Section 3 of Hana South.
저도
I hope to be greeting you for a long time.
바랍니다. 올리비에
Olivier.
Olivier.
You go by Olivier. It sounds like Oliver, more like. You can go back now, seeing as you've met the owner of the library face to face. People at Section 2 are expecting you. Got it.
무슨 꿍꿍이죠?
What is the meaning of this? No need to be sensitive. I brought Oliver here so we can get a handshake from you. I'll see myself out then.
먼저 들어가겠다.
You think we've come here with a carefree attitude? No need to worry about us underestimating you. You didn't come here without a countermeasure, you see? Since you're a star of the city, and we're fixers of the Hana Association, we should treat you with due respect. Prepare yourself. A star of the city is going down tonight.
예,
Understood.
그럼
May you find your book in this place.
찾으실 수 있기를.
Well, these people... This is intimidating, I'll be honest. Let's see. Speed. 4 trigrams. Gains 4 special combat pages that benefit the user for the scene they use. Only one of the 4 trigrams page can be played per scene. And once a 4 trigrams page is used, it cannot be reused until all 4 have been utilized. They are very unsettling, but if considering the 4 trigrams, that sounds like it's a reference to the Korean flag, which is, if you know about the Korean flag, there are 4 sets of blocks around the central circle. Those are the trigrams. So I'm wondering if this is a full-on reference to that. Forward march, restore 1 light. Brace up, discard a random page, draw 2 pages at the start of the next scene. Godspeed, gain 1 haste next scene. If speed is 7 or higher, all dice on this power page gain 1 power. Confrontation, give 1 protection to all allies next scene and recover stagger resist. Oof. Celestial Spear, deal 5 damage to target. Wow. 9 to 20. Unyielding Strike, restore 1 light. Divinatory Impact, 7 to 10, 6 to 10, 6 to 10, 6 to 9, 5 to 9. What the fuck? I'm sorry. The fuck is this? Okay. Considering this is able to take on Xiao, and they have about 100 apiece with 60 stagger, I think we can take this fight on. I'm going to take the Gebura team in. For now. For now. You are using your 19 to 20 turn one. Oh my god. Both of you are. Do that into Wedging Thorn? Let's see. Battle Command. Into this is gonna hurt. Okay, there's a block there under all of them. Gyeon. Gain 1 strength and deal 2 more damage with... Scam, restore 1 light. Oh my god, they went after Gramps hard. Gam, Re, Gyeon, Re. Yeah. We're gonna onrush here. Let's see, is that a spear hit? That's a good spear hit. Quick suppression. There. Let's see. Is there a good one to block against here with the 3? No. So we'll multi-slash here. Just sending that one my way, so we'll block there. We'll smoke pipe up here. I need to extract fuel here. Oh man, they're all targeting here. What the fuck? What is the worst cards that I have to deal with? I can't really do anything about the Celestial Spears, but I can deal with the confrontations a little bit easier. Hey, Cubine. Oh, we got a stagger. Not another stagger though. Oh, we got 2 staggers. Vampirism, or so pray with Gibura. Spear into upstanding slash there. Divinatory impact right there. What the fuck? Golden opportunity into a bulky impact here. Repressed flesh here, and then we'll cast Will of the Prescripts. Actually, no. Laceration into Dagger Press, to Frontal Assault, and Extract Fuel, so we can guarantee those 2 kills. So there's 1 stagger, 1 death, and Gramps is staggered and probably going to die. Vampirism. I gotta give that vampirism to Gramps to try and save him. Okay, we got a stagger. Into a kill. Into another kill. Okay. That probably set us up for an incredible turn right here. Alrighty, here we go. Whew. Okay. Act 1, down. Now it's Act 2. Herald and Mirene are here. Hana for all. While gaining strength, endurance, stagger, or protection, or through combat bitches, give the same status to one other ally as well. Oh, wow. That's a really good support ability. True Trigram Formation. Gains additional effects depending on the 4 trigrams page. Gyeon, Gon, Gam, and Ri used during the scene. Gyeon, unused, all dice gain 1 power. Gon, gain 2 protection, stagger protection. Gam, restore 1 light. And Ri, just draw 2 page. Wow, these are really good pages. And all for Hana. If the character took damage from attacks in the previous scene, changes character's resistances against the type that dealt the most damage. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess it's time to manifest ego then. Actually, do we want to be in a blunting stance? Normal, endured. They're all weak to slash more, so switch over to slashing stance then. Actually, hold on. Violet Blade. Is there one I can clash against that is a Celestial Spear? No, there's not really. But we'll follow it up with a class and respect. See, is there any unclashed cards at the moment besides these couple? No. There's that one. There's that one. And we'll follow it up with a multi-slash here. Alright, let's do this. There we go. That's good. Absorption. We're just gonna keep super boosting Gibberah. However, do I want to do Little Red Riding Hood shenanigans? You know what? No, we'll take Dipsia. And we're gonna fuck him up. Great split horizontal into Dipsia. They aren't gonna be too happy after this turn. Let's do this. That's 2 dead. That's 3 dead. How much stamina? Ooh. You know what? Let's do this. Keep targeting him down. Oh, that didn't stagger her. I wanted it to, though, so badly. dagger. Oh, they're both... Oh, they're so fucked this next turn. I'm going to cast Laughter because I'm a dickhead. I will Cobalt Scar with it. Hey, Mirna. Cobalt Scar. Oh god, that was so good. No, yeah, no, Aura wolfed out. And no, these were not peculiar scientists, Anubis. These were the Hana Association. So these are the guys that literally assign grade. Like, remember how Roland kept saying he was a grade 9 fixer? Hana Association. You know the ones who give out the term color? Hana Association. These are the guys that say, you're a color of the city. You are the red mist. You are the blue reverberation. You are the red gaze. These are these people. These guys are big cheese. I thought I'd see him in person, but my expectation was off. Is there someone you know among them? I was thinking I might have to face an old friend of mine. Good thing I didn't. By the way, it looks like the situation out there is worse than I imagined. Even the Hana Association's making a big deal. Could the city be breaking down? Nah, I don't think you have to worry about that. The city carries on somehow. As long as the head stands, the city's nature won't change. What does the head do exactly? It's shrouded in layers of secrecy, so no one knows in detail. A corp, the wing directly run by the head. Sorry, a corp. The wing directly run by the head. Does stuff like managing patents, minting, and authorizing wings on the surface. It's in control of all the important factors that make the city breathe, basically. And they seek out anyone plotting to overthrow the city and uproot them. That makes the head one of the wings, at least ostensibly. The head, the eye, and the claw directly manage run A Corp, B Corp, and C Corp directly. Through arbiters and claws. Huh. How'd you know about that? The research facility the Red Mist used to be part of fell because of the head. Night, Garlic. Have a good one. To protect her colleagues, Kali killed the Arbiter and the Claws before succumbing to injuries herself. I can only guess that she fought with all her strength to save those behind her to the last breath. And I suppose that is something that could never be replicated. Can kind of picture how that would have looked. Well, going back to where I was, when the head determines something to be an impurity of the city, they'll send arbiters, beholders, and claws to get rid of them. Was the research an impurity to the city? Something about that story doesn't sit well with me, though. I heard it from Hod and asked her the same question. An arbiter paid a visit to a small laboratory in the outskirts, not even inside the city? That's the part I don't get. As the other librarians likely have said to you, she's telling you the truth, though I don't know the reason either. Is the head staying quiet at the moment because they deemed the current state of the city to be acceptable? I guess. It's not like we've had a visitor from the head. The head coming to the library. I'm curious how it will turn out. Sure, you'll want to draw as much attention as possible if you want to live long. Alright. So we have, oh, we could go to the next stage if we just complete Cheseds. But I'm going to do part 2 first. A Book of Herald, we have 3 of those, and a Book of Myrne, we also have 3 of those. So, it seemed like Hana Association level 1 was really good. I do mean like a really solid team with Gibora. So I think I'll be able to reliably farm these if that's the problem. But considering their books have some really good stuff in it from what I'm seeing here, I'm gonna want to get their stuff. Oliver, Purple Tear, I have done as you have instructed me. All that is left is to settle this my way.
환영합니다.
Greetings, dear. The Purple Tear was right. You are nearly indistinguishable from a human now. At the same time, the power of library which protects you has gotten weaker.
무슨 짓이지?
What is the meaning of this? You should be more careful when your body is made of flesh rather than metal. But it seems you can't die from having your head chopped off yet. I suppose I can't.
무슨 짓인가
I
싶었는데.
was wondering what you were up to. There's still an abundance of options that don't involve killing. What? A workshop crafted assassination device with T-Corp singularity applied to it. Bought just for you. You may have power, but you're certainly gullible. That's what happens when you accept handshakes from those you oppose without having a hint of doubt. First, it paralyzes the target. And when you press that button, it activates for a single second. It's a single-use device with surefire effects. This device overloads the human brain, causing their mind to experience 1,000 years of time passing by. Which is more than enough time to ruin the average person's brain. Just like the warp trains, huh? Oliver, you went to the lengths of the world to join the Hana Association, and now you resort to this extravagant little gadget of doom. Did you blow your entire fortune on this thing or what? You spoke too much. It's been a while, Roland. I was waiting for you to show up. So you've been guarding this monster mimicking a human all along. Whoa now, she's no monster, you know. She's my responsible boss and a good friend. Angela, I'll deal with this fella on my own, so please back off for a bit. Thanks. You don't need my help? I have to take care of this matter on my own. This is between him and I, so you don't have to worry.
알았어.
Alright. You can call me anytime if you need assistance.
언제든지 말해.
Roland, is this what your big plan was all about? Is this really worth it? What you're doing isn't any different from all the tragedies we've seen and gone through. You've been perpetuating it in the library with that machine. I won't expect you to understand me. Take these. The gloves of the black silence. The wool to hold the fuck up. And let's say we've evened the score now. Thanks. And as always, I've missed the feeling of these. I fucking called them being a color. I fucking called them being a color. Oh shit. With this, I got all the help I could have asked of you. I'm partly responsible for what happened to you, which led you here. You have no idea the mess I had to clean up after you went missing. Neither of us had any parents or any real family, so you probably thought no one would be concerned about you. And you were wrong. I was actually pretty worried for you, unlike some others in Charles's office. A bunch of thoughts came to my mind when you left after making a lengthy ramble. Not long after that, I heard news that a person who appeared to be the Black Silence was on a crazed rampage across the city.
Wait, who's color?
Roland is a color, the Black Silence.
Damn.
Said he was slaughtering syndicates that were doing suspicious experiments left and right. His wave of destruction didn't discriminate. Even fingers and fixer offices were caught in its wake. I almost had to question myself for a moment when I heard that you crushed a good half of the middle and the south. It was as if you were venting out all of your frustrations and resentment on the city. And if that were the case, I thought you might keep going and demolish the city itself out of sheer anger or madness. Come on, you're blowing things out of proportion again. Anyone would have thought the same thing if they had looked into your eyes behind that dark mask at the time. Thanks for worrying, man. I was concerned you might have died an unfortunate death somewhere out there. This was a long time ago, but you wouldn't have survived if I hadn't gotten to where you were after you contacted me back then. I appreciate you coming over and tell me along that short call that day.
Who's the one we're talking to?
Oliver. So apparently Oliver, over here on the left, is part of the Hannah Association, which is the guys who make like appoint fixers, dub colors, all of that. Right?
Yeah.
He's dressed in the white. And Roland is dressed over in the black. And these were two good friends before Roland ended up in here and lost his wife and unborn child. And Roland had a complete psychotic breakdown to the point where he was basically rampantly murdering people across the city. You become one of the biggest badasses in the city. That's all I can really explain it like. Never mind it. I only rushed to save your ass because you said I might get a nest migration permit. I'm sorry for all the trouble. How are the others doing anyway? Like Ogier or Stolfo? Joining wings, exploring the ruins. They found their ways to make a living for themselves. We just aren't how we used to be. We've grown too distant. I see. Say, remember when the two of us handled an urban nightmare case for the first time? What was that case called? The Secret of the Demi-Glace Sauce, which occurred in the back streets of District 16. Yeah, that. We're just about done with it, and then your arm almost got caught in a blender at the last moment. Alrighty, Aslan. Have fun. Though, thanks to me, you saved yourself the need to get a new arm. That was one thrilling job. Let's set the record straight. None of that would have happened if you hadn't tried to take a sip of the sauce out of the ladle to see how great its taste must be to cause an incident. Come on, man. You can't let me come out on top for once. Those were the days still. We didn't have to worry about too many things and just stuck to the matters at hand. Yeah. But you know we can't go back to those times anymore, Roland. You swallowed your anger and sadness to work with that machine. So I don't doubt that you've prepared yourself for a lot of things. I know. Both of us have gone too far down our roads. It was nice talking to you after a long while, though, Oliver. I'm only doing my job as a fixer of the Hannah Association now. To retrieve the books of my colleagues and dispatch threats. That's that. And this is this. Isn't that right? Right you are. That's that. And this is this. Let us begin. Roland will have the Black Silences page equipped for this battle. Hold up. (106, 56, 2-7). Speed 3. Gain additional speed die at level 3. Cannot overlap. Orlando has unique key page and combat pages that cannot be replaced or swapped. The Black Silence draws 2 additional pages at the start of the act. All dice on every 3rd combat page to use gains +2 power. What's your deck look like? Forward March, Brace Up, Confrontation, Double-Edged Re-Encounter. Boost the next on Clash Win. Boost the next die's value by 3. Boost the next die value by 3. Okay. Augury Kick. Gain 1 strength the next scene. Gain 2 strength the next scene on hit. Celestial Spear. Unyielding Strike. True Track Information. Impugnatio Ultima. Discard all pages from hand. All dice on this page gain +2 power. Well, here we go. It's a long time since we've seen this background, hasn't it, everybody? Our past ties have finally led us here, Roland. Yep, after all that's happened, this day has come. I'm just going to zoom in just a little bit. Furioso. Number of the Black Silence combat pages used, 0. Gone. Okay. This page can be used after using all 9 combat pages of the Black Silence. On hit, inflicts 5 bleed, 3 bind, and 3 fragile. On Clash Win, destroy all the combat opponent's dice. Oh. So, we have to use all 9 of his cards. True Track Information. 7 to 10, 8 to 11. So we'll do Crystal Atelier versus that, and then Forward March wants something that reliably that can restore light. Sounds good. I haven't used these cards in such a long time, but we're going to give him more HP and gain speed. Let's see, 6. Wheels Industry. Followed by Confrontation. Off the bench. Alrighty. Have a good night, Dragon King. Lies. Randomize all the costs whose original cost is less than 4. We'll take Pale Hands, because we want to be able to deal more stagger damage. (19 to 20, 7 to 12). Mook Workshop. and Alias Workshop. Forward March and Brace Up. Atelier Logic. Zelkova's Workshop. Let's see, learning. Or blood. No, Sword of Frost. We want to be able to lower his ability to hurt us and take control of the scenes as best as possible. So this one is going to be versus Durendal. True Trigram Formation. What's the first one? Augury Kick. Because it's the storyline. Seven to 28 to 11. Crystal Atelier. Okay, really? I don't want to use Fervent Beats if I don't have to. But could I do it? I think I can. I'm gonna cast Furioso. Atelier Logic. Ranga Workshop. Alias Workshop. Goddamn Roland. Just berserkering on him. Zelkova Workshop. Mook Workshop. Wheels Industry. Curtain Call for Oliver. Oh. So you were the Black Silence, and not just any grade 1 fixer. You managed to hide that from me for so long. That's, well, a case of, missing the right moment to confess it, I guess? Though I do wonder, how were the fixers we've seen unable to recognize you? I completely concealed my identity behind this mask back when I worked as a fixer. A tiny bit of personal info being leaked can come back to bite you in the ankle. It's a lesson my grand taught me. If you have any more secrets you're keeping from me, you'd best find them well hidden. I'm sick of being betrayed. I'll make anyone who tries to do so pay the price. Although,
이번에는 날
You saved me this time, so I'll forgive it.
만약 지금
I might have suffered serious damage if I was forced to endure 1,000 years in my current state. Just doing my job, ma'am.
친구를 잃었는데
And you just lost your friend.
괜찮아?
Are you feeling okay?
그건 그거고
That's that, and this is this. Roland's key page has been changed to the Black Silences page. So now, just like Bana, Roland is now permanently the Black Silence. Now, the problem here is, Anubis, this is why I haven't been using Roland's floor. This last page right here is still missing. Okay? That's why we haven't gone after Roland. We haven't been using your guys' floor. But now we have Black Silence Roland. So there's possibilities. But we're gonna arm up Chised's floor real quick. Because before we go further, all of us having more time to laze about and goof around on our floor because we have not as much work. Exactly, right? We're gonna attempt Chised's. Say, Angela, is it really necessary to indiscriminately kill all the guests coming to the library just to collect more books? Looking at the power the library has gathered so far, we could easily.
정제된 책을 얻기 위해
To get refined books into our hands, we need the emotions of our guests to be heightened above a certain level.
그것을 끌어내기
To draw out their
위해서는
emotional tension, the guests are pitted against librarians in a battle of life and death, with something precious on the line. Refined books, huh?
보편적으로 모두에게 소중한
What do you think is considered precious by all people?
자기 목숨이
It's husbando form coffee? Are you saying that I could be husbando? I mean, I already am husbando, but are you crushing on Chised, Anubis? Meanwhile, I take a sip of my coffee. Their own lives, I guess.
맞아. 살아야 뭐든
Exactly. Being alive is the prerequisite to achieving anything.
목숨이라는 걸
We're picking out people for their books at the cost of one's life. We can still disagree with each other, I see.
아직도 로보토미 때문에
Are you still dwelling on what you did in Lobotomy Corp?
어떻게 있겠어?
How could I ever forget?
직원들을 충분히
I drove
살릴 수
employees to
있음에도
death for the sake of energy
정체를
refinement,
위해
even though we were more than capable of saving them. Just sad. That was all part of the script.
너의 그 배려심
It was devised to provoke your so
섬세한
caring and delicate
충분한
heart,
자극을 주기 위한 대본이었지. 난 그저
and I simply followed it as per obligation.
비난하고 싶다면
You know now who to blame for all that, don't you?
알겠지?
그래
It's true.
다 대본이었지.
It was all part of the script.
하지만 이제
Then what's our
대본이
excuse now?
아니,
This is not the same as back then.
그곳은 개인의
Individual
생각과
choice
힘을
meant nothing in that corporation.
이곳에서 잠드는 손님은
But here,
위험성을
guests that enter the library and meet their demise were all notified of possible risks and agreed to take all responsibility for whatever happens in this place. Nothing disgusts me more than talking about the past with you lot. I've had enough of this for now. Whoops. There she ran off. That was tense, huh? Sure got it rubbing things in others' faces.
그리고
And brewing coffee.
도 잘 타지.
Thanks to you, I've realized how all the coffee I've drank in my life was hot garbage. I don't think I'll ever bear to drink ordinary coffee again. That's good to hear. I never imagined there could be such subtle differences in sourness or sweetness, or how that could bring out a deep taste.
그렇지?
See? You can savor the taste when you know more about it.
우리가 사는 세상도
Maybe the same goes for this world we live in.
단지
Perhaps we're just led to believe that the path ahead of us is all there is to it,
당장 앞에 놓인 길이 전부라고
because there's so little that we can see or learn.
마치
Just like the index obsessing over prescripts, and the fixers hanging on requests.
말이 나와서 그런데
Speaking of,
검진은
does the index really not know where their prescripts come from? Like, completely oblivious? Yeah, I don't think they have any idea.
어디에서
Following orders without even knowing who gave them or for what reason, that's just bitter. Can't be helped. The index does seem extreme with their methods, but the whole city operating based on some grand instructions coming out of nowhere when you think about it. One can't even be sure if the values they're pursuing are their own anymore. Why do I get the feeling that it's not going to be Roland, it's not going to be Angela, but just Sed who freaks out this time?
도시가 늘 이런 모습이어도
Are you okay with the city staying this way forever? It's not a matter of being okay with it. It's a matter of survival. This is just how the world is, and we've got to live in it somehow. There's nothing we can do about giant streams created from people tangling with each other.
난 도시의
Sometimes I'm stricken with sorrow looking at the stories taking place in this city.
예전에 나와 동료들이
Things that happened to my past self and his colleagues, and the things we've done afterwards.
난 이런 모습을
I joined the effort to change the city because I didn't want to witness any more of that. And how did that go?
알다시피
As you know,
도시는 원하는
the city did not change as we hoped.
어떻게 보면
One can say we caused even more trouble with the distortion.
꼴 좋다고 생각해.
Think we got what we deserved. Just stretching a little bit, guys. Sorry about that. Nah, it's just an obvious outcome, and that's all. There's no way the city can change.
정말로?
Really? Even if we learned why all the pain is perpetuated in the city. If anyone actually wanted to know what the city ended up this way, no one would be dying to syndicates just because they didn't cough up some small pocket change in time. No fixers would be driven to death solely to fill out contractual obligations. No feathers would be spent like expendables by the wings. As if knowing why could actually prompt changes. Point is, knowing does jack to change things. I told you, the stream is just too big for individuals to do anything about it.
당장 바뀐다는
I'm
게
not
아니야.
saying we're looking for immediate
그럴 수
change.
있다는 뜻도
I
아니야.
know we can't change things instantly. What do you know about it then? What makes you think you can talk about like it's so easy? Everyone just bears with it. They can't afford to do so otherwise.
언제까지
When will you stop running away? You're not running from anything.
엔젤라도 너
Aren't you and Angela just lying to yourselves about it though? That it can't be helped, that there's nothing you could do? That's the truth. What else am I supposed to do? This is the city. There is no other option. The word promise is perhaps one of the most empty in this city. It's a privilege only those with power can make. Please, can't you just pretend that we never met? Look who it is. What the hell was that contract about then? You know breaking contracts and dropping your reputation means a death sentence for a fixer like you, right? Read it again. Carefully. Sneaky bastards, pulling filthy tricks with words. So why did you try to smuggle in Keflin in the first place? We wouldn't have gotten into this if you hadn't done that. I swear, I had no idea. What's up, Anubis? Alright, give me a second. I'm going to be switching back for the character specifically, though, okay? I didn't know it was in Keflin. I didn't know it was meant to be delivered to O-Corp. You know how we roll in this business. Next time, make sure to go through a contract office. Let's see how you can act, how long you can act so high and mighty. Just you wait. The city's gonna screw you over in the exact same way. That's then, and this is now. Things changed at the drop of a hat. Didn't you know? Wing War participants cannot move to the nest. What? But you said veterans of the war will be given first priority over moving to the nest. That's what I was told before joining the war. Didn't you receive the notice? The terms have long since changed. You've got to be joking. We aren't talking about some cheap giveaway. It was a promise made by a wing. You know all there is to know. Yelling won't get you anywhere, I'm afraid. Please. It was all to earn that migration permit. Is there really no way? No means no, even for you. Tremendous amounts of money were involved in the agreement. What about all the others who fought to the death for the permit then? What did they die for? I won't forget K-Corp. He was trying to move to K-Corp. Oh my god. No, if any of the wings dare reach out to me asking for help, why, I'll make you regret it. You still received payment, didn't you? And next time, please avoid signing on deals without the mediation of a contract office. Well, I'm sure you're already well aware of these precautions, right? Go fuck yourself. No, thank you. Have a nice day. I'm sorry. Oh my god, this is related to the smoke war with Gregor in Limbus. I'm sorry. They won't accept smoke war veterans in the nest. They changed their words out of nowhere. This is no nest, but it's quite safe here, you know? It's rather romantic to be living in these so-called streets of music, too. Still, the nest could. And I honestly never really wanted to move to a nest. You've both seen and done the dirty deeds going on in the nest per the requests of the wings. At least we wouldn't have to worry about our lives walking around in the nest. Life is more valuable there than in the back streets. And it's not just us. What about our baby? I'm telling you, it's fine here.
이런 부모가 있는
Who would ever want to touch our
누가
child
부모겠어?
when we are the parents?
그런가?
Good point.
또
Come on.
우중충했던 얼굴이 나오네.
Again with the gloomy face of the past.
이제야 좀 사회성이
You finally started
생겼나
socializing
싶었는데
too.
말이야.
하지만
But,
롤란,
Roland,
우리가 이렇게 번듯한 집에서
it's a miracle we
가족을
even
꾸릴
have a
수
decent
있는
house and a
기적이에요.
family.
알잖아요. 해결사
You know how the life of a fixer usually goes.
그리고 또
And I'm saying this
혹시나
just in
해서
case.
무슨 일이
No
생겨도
matter what
전부
happens,
당신 탓 아닌 거 알죠?
don't blame yourself for all of it.
그렇게 생각하지 마요.
You know it won't be your fault.
무슨 괜한 소리를
Don't.
하고 그래.
Don't say stuff like that.
이렇게라도 안
You're so
해도요.
obviously
혼자
gonna drive
극단적인
yourself to the
생각할 게
extreme if
뻔해서.
I don't say it.
자,
Here.
약속.
Now promise.
나 약속 잘 안 하는 거 알잖아.
You know I don't make promises.
자자자자.
Alright, fine. I promise. Yo,
확실하지?
you sure about that?
그래.
Alright.
너만 믿는다.
I'm counting on you.
무슨 연락이에요?
Who was that just now?
아.
Remember my old friend Oliver, who we just fucking murdered?
당연히 기억나죠.
Of course I do.
같은 사무소
He used.
동료였잖아요.
Oh. Oh, this is what Oliver means by it was his fault. Of course I do. By the way, time's up. He used to work at the same office as you.
그 친구가 잠시 손을 빌려.
He's asking me to lend a hand for a bit.
설마
Don't tell me. Is it fixer work? Yeah. It looks like he urgently needs a hand.
걱정하지 마. 위험한 일은 아니니까.
Don't worry, nothing dangerous. I just have to be there and fill the number.
장소는
And the location?
25구.
District 25.
추운 곳까지.
You're going to a cold place.
거기 파전 맛있는 거 기억나죠? 올 때 하나 사와요.
Hold on, I am just doing something real quick. Remember the delicious Pigeon that we ate there? Buy some for me when you come back. This is that day, Anubis. This is that day.
여화가 있겠습니까?
But of course, Your Majesty, I'll be back as soon as possible.
그리고
And thanks for letting me do this.
고마워. 허락해줘서.
얼마 안 남은
Can't have you lose one of your last few
일치할 수
remaining
없으니까요.
friends.
다른 사람의
I turned away from the desperation of others.
나와 내
My
가족이
family and I
도와줬으니까.
came first.
내 절박함에
I cursed
찬동인
those who
자들을
turned away from my desperation.
서로
Everyone turns away from each other's suffering and goes about their lives.
이 상황에 그
Who
누구를
could I dare
탓할 수
blame in these circumstances?
있어. 모두 살기 위해
Each person spurs the suffering of the city trying to live, knowingly or not.
롤란? 항상
Oh, Roland! Hey, buddy. You're not looking so hot. Roland, you can't run all the time. I know that I have to stand this ground and try to make a living like the rest. Even if I loathe this cursed world and the city. I can't do anything about it. Can't change this damn city alone. It's just how things work. Knowing the truth or making up my mind won't allow me to go against the flow. No matter how furious I am about the injustice that I face, I have to abandon all of my pride and just accept it so I can make ends meet. The city won't change. As long as humans exist, the city will never change. It's become a part of everyone's life to hurt others for themselves to live. We can only survive in this world with our sense of shame covered in scabs and calluses. Well. So, Chased's floor was based on The Wizard of Oz. This is Scarecrow searching for wisdom. Ego known as Harvest. A fairy tale that he dreamed of, just like his family was a dream for him. Prioritize the target with the most copy of Wisdom in hand. Dice gain power equal to the number of Wisdoms in target's hand. Every 3 scenes gains additional speed side and uses the page Harvest Wisdom, which absorbs the target's combat page and recovers the user's HP on hit. If the target has no combat pages left to absorb, it deals bonus damage instead. Tranquility of the Wise. If Harvest Wisdom clashes against Wisdom, the Harvester, user, takes 20 stagger damage at the end of the engagement and gains 3 Feeble and Bind next scene. Cerebral Endeavor. After absorbing a page that isn't Wisdom with Harvest Wisdom, gain Strength and Endurance equal to the number of pages absorbed. At the start of the scene, all librarians who own no pages become staggered. So, exhaust a copy of Wisdom from the target's hand. Okay, let's see. Harvest Wisdom. So we need to clash Wisdom here. And clash Wisdom here. And we have to intercept these scroll crops. Which we really can't. Or actually, we can. But we need to have the right... That is a problem. We're not going to be able to counter clash it at the moment. That should be fine right now. So now... Because we have to take care of all these scarecrows, because otherwise he's going to become more of a problem, I think. So we'll do that there. Field mods against this one there. Followed by multi-slash. Bayonet combat. And reload. It's fine that he's going there. It's this one that I was worried about. So, go. Because now we gotta go Wisdom here. Wisdom here. Suppressing shot there. Lacerate. And we'll cast the Unlocker as well, so we can start getting this in motion. Bumper crop. We'll also... We can't intercept that unless it's specifically with someone higher. So, but we can intercept that one. And we can do suppressing shot versus that one. He's a big scarecrow, yeah. Gleaning. We'll grab Gleaning and give it to Chised. So now I gotta find someone who has wisdom in their hands. Because we may be in trouble now. Nobody has wisdom? Oh, shit. That's a problem. That is a... Smoke blow. Yeah, this is a... It's a problem. Shit. We can get one of these staggered. Fine. Well, the problem is that these three steal cards from us. So it's actually super important that we finish them off as soon as possible. But we need to find somebody who has wisdom in their hand. And nobody does. Which is a problem. Especially because they're not giving us more wisdom cards. We may have just barely avoided. So now, let's see, focus fire. Reload. Extract fuel. Somber procreation. Let's see, smoke blow. Try to get you some light back. Let's see, I need to, yeah, we'll do that. Well, the prescripts. And wedging thorn. And frontal assault versus one of them. Okay, one of the scarecrows is gone. That's good. Yep, and more of his cards are being taken. And then he staggered. We will do that with there. Let's see. I guess I'm gonna have to. We can try to get these other ones taken out. Wedging thorn. Frontal assault. Okay. Roland's been staggered. All right. So now it's Warm-Hearted Woodsman. Shit. Hold on. I need to hold on. Zoom in, please, so I can move where this is. Stored light by the amount of warm hearts. Has no base light regen. One warm heart is lost at the end of each scene can stack up to 3. Each scene targets the character with most light. When attacking, all dice gain power equal to the amount of light target has. Lose 1 stack of warm heart. At the start of the scene, if warm heart is 0, targets a tree. Upon defeating another character, it restores 20% max and gains 3 stacks. If the character has no warm hearts for 2 scenes, it becomes staggered at the start of next scene. Cull a tree with the... Okay. So who is he targeting? He is targeting purple tier. Which means we go guarding stance into overcharge, leap. Actually, hold up. Let's actually look at his cards first. Lose a piece of mind, gain a piece of mind. So we have to beat that one. Overcharge and leap right there. Meanwhile, Somber Proclamation and then Castigation we want to make as one-sided as possible. Deep Drag, Smoke Prick, Venomous Fangs, Bayonet, Reload, and Multi-Slash. What does this ego stand for? So here's the thing. Each of the egos here, it represents the idea of him trying to figure out what he needs to do. Alright? The Scarecrow searching for wisdom was looking for what he needed to do in order to reap what he needed. The warm-hearted woodsman is him finding his heart in the arms of another, his wife. Oh, I have to protect him bad this turn. Stance change to blunt. Oh, I can't change its stance again. Fuck. Castigation will be on that one. Energy conversion. from the fact that he has so much defensive opportunity, he's really, really hard to deal with. Combine this with the really unfortunate fact that we've lost a lot of our cards because of the scarecrows. We may be in a lot of trouble. Yep. Which means I think I have to build custom decks for this fight. See, I don't know if it's a time to restart situation, but it's definitely something concerning right now. But I think it may be. Because he's just staggering me left and right because he has way too much power. Yeah, because see this? There's nothing I can do at this point. So, yep. Time to restart. I think with that, I'm actually gonna wrap up stream for now because we got a lot of progress, and I think I'll take some time actually deck build, not actually go through the fight, just actually deck build and plan, because I know the mechanics of each of the 4 fights so far. If I just click on just sets 4, I gotta worry about wisdom with Scarecrow, the hearts with Warm-Hearted Woodsman. I have to prioritize the road home because then courage becomes not a problem. And then Ozma is finding out which one's the real one. It's the last one I'm going to be completely blind on. But I have to build specifically for it. So, alright guys, with that, I'm just going to wrap it up here. Let's see if there's anyone we can raid that isn't necessarily Moo. So, yeah, we'll just go back over to saying hi to Moo and them. Alrighty, with that everybody, thanks for coming by, thanks for hanging out with us. We're getting to the end of this game. We're gonna beat this fucking game. Come hell or high water.
In there.
So, alrighty guys. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.
Damage, she still has the highest amount of damage in the entire game. Just raw.
Yep.
That's not taken into account. That's not taken into account modifiers. Because if we take into account modifiers, then it's Enkidu.
Yeah. Ugh.
It's either Enkidu or MHX Alter, if I'm remembering correctly.